Hello everyone, welcome to the Calgary Language Learning and Exchange Club video channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to excel in language learning using flashcards. So, if you are living in Calgary and you want to learn English or other languages, and also wanting to have a conversation partner to do proper language exchange, please join our group. Our Facebook page, the link is in the YouTube description below, as well as that the registration form for our group is within that Facebook page. And it's free. So if you are in Calgary and you are also learning languages in general, please join our group, and we would make sure that you would have the best experience by finding you a conversation partner and making sure that your language learning is a success. Don't you ever whenever like you see flashcards, you'd be like, flashcards, what the heck, right? You would scoff at the idea of flashcards and think that it's useless, right? I was like that when I was in school, until I ran out of ideas on how to study for my human anatomy final exam, in which I have only 48 hours until exam time comes, and then I have to make sure every single I have to remember every single body part, every single Latin name ever for every single part of the body. And I was like, how am I supposed to do that? So I ran out of ideas, and then I resort to the idea of flashcards, in which I don't really believe it at the time. So I started with a deck of cards by cutting some white pieces of paper from my printer, and then I would write those Latin names on one side of the card while writing the meaning of it on the other. And then what happened is I would shuffle the deck. I would go through it one by one, quizzing myself, and then if I don't know it, I'll read it and then flip to the other side, read the meaning of it. If I could quiz myself, then I would refrain from looking at the other side, and then I would actually quiz myself and then verify it from the back of those cards. And miraculously, in the end, I somehow remember most of it by the third round of going through the deck. It's like I have just found the gold of Fort Knox. I have actually never thought how useful flashcard was until then. So why flashcards? Well, see, flashcards, why is it successful is because each card is only a tiny piece of information, and it makes you focus your mind on a single piece of information instead of something like a whole paragraph of text. This is especially useful when you are very stressed out, like what I have when I was studying for my human anatomy final, because when I'm looking at pages and pages of notes that I've taken, it's very hard for me to focus. Whereas if I am actually just focusing on a tiny piece of information, like the definition of the keywords, then it seems like I have more successes in remembering and capturing that info. You could also, another advantage of flashcards is that you can go back and forth on the cards as you wish. Meaning, if you're starting to forget the information 4 cards earlier, you can always go back 4 cards earlier to refresh your memory again. So it's basically repetition for your brain. And if you don't know it, and if you just found out that you don't know it, you could always go back again and redo that whole sequence again. And each card is like a mini quiz in that you can see if you can recall the answer from your memory first before flipping it over to see the actual answer. And I think this is perhaps the most useful part of flashcards, is because it because let's face it, right? Um, Having quizzes and exams is what makes you remember all those cram sessions for your school and all of that, right? Because um, by quizzing you, you would actually remember it better. And flashcards have that advantage in that for every single piece of information, you could quiz yourself using flashcards. And because that you could flip those cards instantaneously for the answer in quizzing, you could actually learn from your mistakes almost instantaneously. So you got instant feedback of what you did wrong, or how would you remember this information. And because of that, I believe that flashcards are very good for studying for languages. Now, technology has evolved, and well, it has already evolved when I actually created those paper flashcards. We do have something now called digital flashcards. So you don't need to actually cut out cards using printer paper, and no need to write on it. And it's more convenient to handle a laptop or a phone versus a stack of paper cards, right? So let's talk about ways to have digital flashcards. Now, I personally use three flashcard software or methods to use digital flashcards, and I'm here to share this with you. So the first one is Memrise. So Memrise is a mobile app that allows you to download or make your own flashcards for language learning. So you could actually upload those flashcards that you created, or you could actually download those from people that has created previously. And I really like it because there's a huge database for people that have been uploading these flashcards, and especially when I'm learning a language, saying Japanese, it seems like they even have flashcards for studying the proficiency exam for the language, for instance. So you don't even need to make your own. You could just use whatever the database have. The second app that I really like, and I actually use it a lot while I was in university, is the G-Flash app, which is it's an app for both, again, for both iPhone and Android. Now, what is better in G-Flash than Memrise is that you could actually import your own flashcard easily through the use of Google Sheets. So you can actually put all of your questions on one column of the sheet and put all of your answers in the second column, which is the B column of the sheet. And then what happened is you just sign in through GFlash to your Google um, documents, and then you can actually just load those flashcards from the spreadsheet. And I found that really useful, especially I have to cram for some exams. So lastly, what I wanted to show you is Microsoft Excel. Now, Microsoft Excel doesn't have a flashcard functionality, but you can quickly create a flashcard application using VBA for Excel. And everybody has Excel. And what's good about it is that, sometimes you might not want to look at your phone or tablet, and you just want it to use it on a computer or laptop. And Microsoft Excel does the trick, right? So you can just use the same document that you created for GFlash, and you could just copy and paste into the Microsoft Excel, and use VBA to quickly create a flashcard application. I personally created one for myself, and I mean, if there's enough requests, I could clean up my code. It's pretty messy right now because it's for personal use right now, but I can clean up my code and provide it to you guys for in the future for free. And this concludes my video. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please join our club if you're in Calgary, because we would be hosting events as well as finding you a compatible language partner, all with low cost. It's just my hobby and I'm just here to help you out. Also, if you like my videos, please subscribe to our channel. I would be posting various um, updates and info regarding language learning. Thank you. Bye bye.